This is to mark today the starting of our business relationship in the Philippines. Because of IMA, this becomes possible. So that's why this is what we call business in a box. That in one day it's already built, okay? And to educate you to handle your business, including the collection, the issuing of password, and the collection, and the trial, we give like another 4 days. So in 5 days, you're in business. I would like to take you in to another version we call Pentagon Kiosk. So, Devin, could you please find your way to go to the Pentagon Kiosk? So, this is a typical setup for the franchise. So, each kiosk will have 8 computers. One will be used as a main server. So, we have what you call the caching system, wherein it's a special software that will enable faster downloading of data. And the caching system allows us to download a website, and once it's downloaded, it remains in our system. So it means you don't have to download every time. So if in case there are 100 websites or 200 websites that you have access, so it means the moment you log into those websites already in our system, it will come in instantly. So no need for downloading automatically, and it just updates the data. So we have one server that handles that. We have the server that handles the management system, the billing, the generation of codes, and how to make money is monitored by that computer. And we have 7 other computers that is available for rent. So since the concept is we wanted to go to areas where there are no broadband, no telephone lines, and if we can find this place, we are inviting people who want to take up the franchise and take up the challenge, and we want them to say yes, we're interested to set up the kiosk franchise. The kiosk franchise, we have 2 types. The first type is the rectangular type, which you have seen this morning. From the ground, we're starting to build up, okay? And what you're seeing here right now is the finished concept for the Pentagon type. So we have 7 computers that people will go in to rent. Okay, so they pay by hour They can pay fractions of minutes. Minimum is like 15 minutes, and every 15 minutes, or they can go straight 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours at a cheaper discount. Okay, so we assume that in areas where there's no internet activity, people in the beginning will not have gadgets. They may not even have PC. So the entry level is invite people so that you can have use of computer connected to the internet. And once they see the speed is good and it can satisfy their hunger for more education, for more knowledge and more experience, then you'll find people will now start to buy their own gadgets and device. They'll buy their laptop, their iPad, their iPhone, their tablets, whatever brand, Android or anything that is dependent on internet, they started to bring. A lot of people was challenging me, saying that in those areas where we have remote places, people don't have computers. I understand that. It is simply because there's no connectivity. Bring the connectivity there and people starts buying their gadgets and device. And for those people who want telephone lines, instead of giving them phone lines with cables, we give them VoIP phone, and they pay a monthly fee. We provide the phone included plus the service included. They just pay a monthly fee, right? So if for people who wants unlimited browsing 24/7 in a monthly basis, we also charge a certain fee for that. So the franchisee collects all of these fees. Okay. Now this kind of booth can be managed by 1 or 2 individuals. We recommend at least 2 because somebody has to go for lunch, somebody has to go for a break, so they can take the 2. So easily 8 to 10 hours, or they can even start with 24 hours, right, depending on the need. Now, we also deploy Wi-Fi here. Okay, the Wi-Fi range would be in a range of 300 meters to 800 meters to 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer, depending on the need of the community. So, if the community has 100 houses, we can supply connectivity to all of these 100 houses. But if they have 1,000 houses or more, there's no limit on what we can provide. The capacity for the booth, we have a pipe that can take up to a big capacity. Okay, so then we don't supply the bandwidth on the full capacity yet. So we supply the minimum, and as the subscribers grow, then we supply the demand. So it means they are not at risk of paying or committing something that they cannot use. And the moment you use more, then we supply more. It will be on demand. So that's how flexible our system here. So bottom line, this is business in a box. You may not know anything about computers or setting this up, and people say, I can buy my own computer, I can do all this, but it is not as simple as many people think. So we have the expert here. I would like to introduce Dan Gina. Hi. Dan Gina is our specialist for the systems. So he provides the data network, he controls the network operating center, and I have invited him to join us in the field because he's the one who set up all the software connectivity of each of these PC. Now this PC is protected against virus because we don't allow them to download using their external devices. But of course, in the email, they can just transfer files through the internet. Okay, so I have been working with him for the past 10 years. We've been together. We've done a lot of telecom projects together. And since he learned about this new project with IMA, so he is with us. I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Gavin. Okay,
nice meeting you,
Danny Gina.
Nice meeting you.
And he's the one responsible for bringing in the investments here in the Philippines.
That's Great.
Yeah, so he's a proponent to pull all of these people together. So you'll notice we also have 1/2 horsepower air condition. We are also equipped to do solar panels. So we can go even on areas where there's no electricity. So we can use generators, we can use solar panels. Okay, so that is part of the design of this booth. So you just have to pay extra for the other accessories you wanted in. Now we also have what you call the security CCTV that can monitor also the operations inside. So even if you're outside Manila, or maybe you're in Taiwan, you're in Hong Kong, and you wanted to see what's going on in your booth, you can just open your internet and you can see what's going on inside. We can also put the surveillance camera outside, right? So you can look inside and you can look outside. Now here in the Philippines, there are like farms or orchards or poultry and lumber. So what we can do also is we can even connect cameras in the forest. Because now we deploy Wi-Fi, we just cover that forest with Wi-Fi and you can see everything happening in the forest. So we have CCTV cameras that is good for the daytime. We have also CCTV cameras that can be clear looking even on the evening dark area. So this is like a booth that can cover almost anything that your imagination can take you. Now here in the Philippines, we have what we call the lottery system or the lotto. And there are a lot of franchise that is available for the lotto. Unfortunately, these franchise are all taken up, especially in the city. So it means even though you wanted to be an operator, you want to be a franchisee, you may not be able to get a franchise right now because all are taken. Now, if you bring this on the areas where there's totally no internet connectivity, then we can help assist you to get the application for the lotto. And should you get that application, which will help you to successfully collect it, you will get 5% of the total sales on a daily basis. So if you're collecting $100, then you get 5%. But of course, in one day, you don't just collect $100. It could be $2,000, $5,000, or $10,000 collection for the whole day. And automatically, you reserve 5% for that commission. This is also modular. If you say 10 computers, 20 computers is not even enough, this can be expanded. So it's like a modular type, like Lego, right? So you just open up one panel and then you can expand. So it can expand as big as you want, and you can just put additional aircon, additional facilities, and everything will be an added cost. So that is the flexibility that we are making available right now. And if you have this kiosk in the provinces, in the rural areas,